assassination of Charlie Kirk, to me, is indicative of a professional hit. And I'm not so sure that we are going to quickly be able to apprehend this individual without some luck, hopefully.
When you say professional hit, what do you mean by that exactly? Do you mean one shot, one kill, escape already planned and at large? It looks clean, yes, but could this be done by anybody with any sort of basic training?
When you take a look at the video and you take a look at the venue and the spectators and how close they are to Charlie Kirk, and then you have that kind of like umbrella over him, that kind of tent, you have to know that this shooter had to be perched in a position with respect to being able to lay his sights perfectly, basically a headshot. And the shot that was taken to immediately incapacitate Charlie Kirk. And so this was not some amateur who just got up on a rooftop because it was what I consider spontaneous combustion. He got up this morning and decided he was going to do something crazy. This seems the earmark of a professional that got up onto this rooftop in advance of the venue being occupied by the spectators. He was clearly undetected. There was no indication that anybody saw him up on this rooftop. Obviously, after that one single shot was taken, he was able to basically very quietly and systematically elude any further detection and escape. There's been no indication that there's been a vehicle identified or any mode of how he actually escaped the venue. And so to me, this is someone who had some experience, some level of sophistication to have mapped out exactly how this was going to go down.
Yeah, and that is a scary prognostication if that is true. And we just had a great super chat come in from Sean of Thyme. Thank you, Sean, for this one. I wanted to bring it up right now because it was relevant. Sean says, elevated position, overhead cover, crowd under, creating a narrow window, right? He had the top of the tent, so if you're at an elevated position looking down, the tent is going to block and cover some of your range of view. So you got to get under the tent and above the crowd. So now you're taking your 200-yard shot from an elevated position, looking down. You got to hit this window. And you just take the same thing. Like, what if it was you and Osama bin Laden or something like that? You're on SEAL Team 6 and you're a sniper. They're like, hey, you got to get on the roof in 30 minutes. Set it up, take the shot, and don't miss. And get out of there before Osama's people kill you. And you've never done it before? You're an amateur? You've gone to the gun range a couple times? You're not a trained sniper? You're not shaking? You're not going to miss that shot? I don't know.